Hi book lovers, my name is Natalie and I love books, so let's talk about them. Alright guys, today is not my usual fare, although who knows what my usual fare is, because I think this is only like my 11th or 12th video, maybe my 13th, I don't know. Maybe it might even be my 10th. I don't know. Because I don't count them. But today I wanted to do something a little bit different. And I wanted to talk about my new baby. This is my Kindle Oasis. I just got it. And I kind of was debating whether or not I wanted to do a review on this or I wanted to talk about the Kindle. But I feel like whenever I am looking for review videos, especially on tech, I find tech people reviewing this. And that's great, because they have an outlook that, maybe I don't have. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes, they're complaining about things that I wouldn't even notice as a reader. And so I wanted to sit down and I wanted to talk about this Oasis. This is the latest generation, the 10th generation. I think it's like 7 inches, and that's what makes it different from the last one. But that and the warm light. But I did want to talk about this for a minute, just a brief review, because I feel like I would want a review from a reader out there. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm putting out the content I want to see. Because again, I don't think that readers are going to be as picky about some of the tech stuff as tech people are, so we're just going to talk about it. And, I'm going to tell you what I like about it and what I don't like, and all that good stuff. So let's talk about it. So like I said, this is the new Kindle Oasis, the 10th generation, I believe. This is 8 gigabytes. I know that there's a 32 gigabyte out there, which I think is, I think they did that because you can also listen to audiobooks on here. But I'm not sure that that's necessary, and I'll get to that in a minute. It's got the buttons. So it's got the buttons here, the 2-page turning buttons. It's got the turn on button right up here, so you can turn it on. When you turn it on, you're going to get that screen. It's going to wake it up, and then you're going to swipe. It's been unbearably cold here, so it had a little trouble waking up this morning. It charges the way they all do with that Amazon thing. I do think that they could design this a little bit better. I don't know about the cords. We all know about the Kindle cords. Get some extra ones if you don't have those around. So this is the, So this is the home page. You get the regular Kindle homepage. If you've ever had a Kindle, you know what this looks like. You've got your home button, your back button, your button to adjust your lights, Goodreads, which I hate that feature. You can shop, you can search. There's like there's a browser in there, although I don't really feel like it's for browsing. I like it in that when I need to connect to Wi-Fi, I can, but it's not like I wouldn't go on the browser and browse for things. Does that make sense? I would use my phone or my computer or my iPad for that. So, it's very light. It's kind of made differently than most Kindles. I'm gonna show you this, this older paperwhite here. This one has a round back. This one is a little bit different here. It's got a ledge, which seems like it would be unwieldy, but I've found that it's actually really nice to hold. Makes it really easy to hold with one hand, especially if you're gonna do crazy things like hold it up here. I like the buttons. I'm one of the ones that was sad when the buttons left. I'm very happy that the buttons have returned. I like that you can turn the screen and it moves very smoothly. So if you want to change it from one hand to another, you can. The charge does not last as long as it does on one of the older Kindles right now. Of course, I'm a very heavy reader. So let's talk about, I probably read 4 to 5 hours a day, at least an hour if I'm not really in a reading mood. So I'm the kind of person who's going to pick it up at least an hour a day. I had a full charge last weekend and it lasted me about a week on a full charge. You know, I just put it in the charging station. It might have lasted me a little bit longer. I don't know. I was getting down to the 20s, and I know on my voyage, you know, when it gets down to like in the 20s, it really starts to siphon off fast, I guess. And then, you know, it generally needs a charge. So once it got down there, that's when I charged it. It might have lasted longer. I don't know. Might have lasted 2 weeks. But again, I'm a very heavy user. So, you know, if you're not reading like 4 or 5 hours a day, then maybe you won't need to charge it up as often as I do. It holds a lot of books. I've only used, let's see, I've still got like 5 point something gigabytes on it out of 6 point something gigabytes available. Of course, you know, 2 of those gigabytes are being taken up by the system. And I've got like 200 and some books on here. I've got like 30 some pages of books on here right now. 39 pages of books, and there's 6 books on every page. So you do the math. I have a lot of books on there. You can put Audible books on there too. However, I don't feel like for this device it's a cool feature if maybe you don't have your phone with you or something, if you're just taking this with you or you don't want to take your phone out or something, because it's waterproof. Like if you're taking it in the bath, maybe I see how, I don't know, are you listening to Audible in the bath? But you have to listen to Audible with wireless headphones. So again, I'm not sure how that would work. Which, let me go back to that. So you can tell I'm not a tech person because I'm not sure what I'm talking about over here. what way I should go. So for you bathtub readers, it is waterproof, which is one of the things I liked. I'm not a bathtub reader, but I do like to read like in the summer by the pool or go to the beach and that kind of thing. So this is why this was particularly attractive to me. That, and one of the things that I love about this is the when you go into the, I'm going to go into the settings for you. You can turn up, I'm going to brighten that up for you. It's going to look really ugly for a minute because I want you guys to see. You can have a very warm light or a very cool light. So I know you're thinking, oh my God, that was so ugly, Natalie. Why would I want a warm light at night? At night, that cool light really makes it obvious that you've got light on there. And while you're thinking, oh, that's negligible, I'll just turn down the light. I didn't realize that it was bothering me, although I did notice that at night, if I was reading my Kindle and, you know, we turned all the lights off, I couldn't read it as long because it was tiring my eyes out. So with the warmer light, I have discovered it's a little easier on my eyes, personally. If you're younger, you're probably not going to care about that. But if you're not a spring chicken anymore, and I'm not, you know, or your eyes get tired easily, that kind of thing, this might be very, you know, this might be worth buying it for you. I know I was looking at the Nook for that reason, for that warm light. And then my husband was like, you know, because it's going back and forth whether I wanted a new Kindle or whether I wanted to go to the Nook, but everything I have is like on Kindle. It's on that Amazon platform. I'm kind of stuck. And my husband was like, well, let's go look at the Kindle for you. And so, yeah, so I've really been enjoying this. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did because I had seen a lot of complaints about it. That it didn't do this or it didn't do that, or the lights weren't worth it, or $250 for just warm lights, or, you know, but it's more than that. You know, you are getting that, I mean, listen, Amazon knows they have us if we've been with Kindle for a long time, you know, and then if you're reading on Kindle Unlimited and you're reading as many books as I do, you know, I feel like it's worth it. Especially, and here's the thing that people don't realize with Kindle books. Here's how I've gotten so many Kindle books for like very, very little money. This is why I have so many Kindle books. I put all my books that I would like to read on a wish list on Amazon, and then I check it daily. And if you go, I mean, some people use BookBub for this and that kind of thing. Me personally, I just like doing it myself. I just like to do it myself, you know. So I check it daily, and sometimes, you know, that book will drop to like 99 cents or $1.99, you know, and when they're that low, I do buy them. I snap them up. You know, my husband was so jealous. He was like, I don't understand how you get all these books for such a low price. And I was like, you got to make a wish list. You got to check it. So, you know, for me, especially as someone who reads on the Kindle so much, and I borrow from my library and it goes to the Kindle, that was another reason why I didn't get the Nook. Because you can connect your Nook to your computer and get it off that way. But, I guess I just like the convenience, and I've been, you know, doing it that way for so long. If you've got Libby through your library, or I'm sure Overdrive too. I used to do it via Overdrive before I got, you know, I started doing Libby. So, if you're used to that, you know, and you know how to do that, then you can send all your library books onto your Kindle as well. You know, so that's the other reason why Kindle works so well for me personally. Again, yeah, the price point is kind of high, but you can also use it wirelessly with your library, which is not something that I've seen the Nook be able to do. So this is not hating on the Nook. If you have the Nook, that's wonderful too. Again, I was honestly and seriously considering it, because their Plus, which has the warm light on it as well, you know, is at a much lower price point. It's just, at this point, I've been with Kindle, you know, I've been with Amazon for so long. I've got all my books there, plus, because we've got one of the first Kindles when they came out, you know, not that weird square one, but the keyboard one when they were first coming out. We got one of those. So, you know, you're looking at almost 10 years for us. And plus, we just got back on Kindle Unlimited, and I was like, well, then I won't be able to read it if I go to the Nook. So I stuck with this. So, you know, all in all, this is a good e-reader. If you are happy reading on your iPad, then you probably don't need this. But if you're like me and you like the look of a page, the e-ink works better for me as far as my eyes go. You know, I do read on my phone occasionally if I have no other choice, but for some reason I can read on my phone, but I can't read on my iPad. It's just too overwhelming for me. Don't ask, I don't know. So I prefer the e-ink page. I do like the lights on it. But if you're looking for something at a lower price point, I do believe that the Kindle Paperwhite right now is, I think it's $94 right now, and it's structured a lot like the Voyage was. You know, they took the Voyage off, but if you look at it, it's structured a lot like that without the haptic buttons. And me, I'm just a button girl. I have a hard time like thinking, oh, you need to touch that page, because it does look so much like a book page to me. And I like them especially for like traveling and stuff. You know, Kindles are worth it for me. So I hope that this was helpful if you're looking for it. If not, you know, then it's okay. I'm not going to be doing a lot of tech reviews. I just wanted to talk about the Oasis and that it was worth it. And if obviously this is not sponsored, I just don't have the viewership for that kind of sponsorship. Although Amazon, if you want to. But no, this is not sponsored. It's just, this is a piece of tech I enjoy. I use it a lot, almost as much as my phone, and my phone is like attached to me. Yes, I'm one of those people. So yeah, so I love this. I think it's worth it if you have extra money lying around, but I wouldn't like go into debt for it. If that makes sense, especially not when you can get the Paperwhite at such a nice price. And as far as I understand, that like that base Kindle now also has lights on it. So, you know, that to me has always been the reason why to get a Kindle, because you can read it at night, and I suffer from insomnia sometimes. And I don't like to disturb my husband. So, you know, yeah. I think that's it. That is everything. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Sorry guys, I had breakfast not that long ago and now I'm burping. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If this is, you know, if you've been watching a few of my videos and you don't hate them, maybe give me a subscribe if you're not sure, because this is the first video you watched. I'm going to leave you a couple of videos in the end cards that you might like. And again, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate you so, so much. And bye.